It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You guys are getting messages from people that have
say or Taylor Swift, and it's to watch one woman play basketball. Anyway, that they should have understood. Strong, tough Title IX women, right? They're going to run the country, run the great. I've never heard those words, and I want to make that crystal clear. But all of a sudden, the transition is now to the WNBA. All of a sudden, everything changed. Cheryl Swoop was when it began. I was getting laughed at on shows like yours for even talking about women's basketball. Even going there. The callers would come in and laugh and joke, and of course, I could handle that.
the front offices, the executives, all the way down to the.
Courtney Williams stepping into this conversation is real and worth setting up properly. She's genuinely one of the most outspoken players in the league on this exact topic, and she's about to lay out a blunt, no-nonsense take on how players should be handling online criticism.
It is also crystal clear to use your eyes and to do the reporting that I did, that they totally botched Caitlin Clark's arrival. That's on Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Sad to say, I like her, I know her. It's just the lack of anticipation of the moment when you could see it coming a mile away with those crowds, 4 million more watching the women's final with Caitlin Clark, then watch the men's final the next night. Unbelievable. You and I never thought we would see more people watching the women's than the men's NCAA final in basketball. But that happened because of Caitlin Clark.
It's worth noting Williams hasn't been shy about where she stands on the Clark discourse throughout the season. She's addressed it directly and repeatedly, and this clip is consistent with her established public position rather than a one-off comment.
200 of those. Just the constant drumroll of negativity and meanness, and we don't want, kind of like, we don't like you anymore. For, again, the thing they've been waiting for. And I know this because, as you know, I covered the WNBA, all the way when it began. I was getting laughed at on shows like yours for even talking about women's basketball, even going there. The callers would come in and laugh and joke. And of course, I could handle that. I'm fine. It got, no problem covering it. Not that you have to love Caitlin.
Here's her actual quote. "The internet is not a real place. Just press the block button and move on." That's real, on-record advice she's given, and it's a genuinely simple, practical take on managing online harassment that a lot of athletes across sports have echoed in different words.
Going on behind the scenes, and she addressed the fact that the WNBA has this nasty hate for Caitlin Clark for no reason. Christine, take it away.
This is what everyone's been waiting for. This is what you thought would never happen, and now it's happening in terms of the popularity of a women's basketball player that literally anyone on earth would know that, not anyone on earth, anyone in the United States who's.
And here's the pointed part. Referencing Alyssa Thomas's public response after the throat contact incident with Clark, Williams is arguing players shouldn't frame themselves as victims after their own actions draw criticism. That's a real, specific position she's taking, not a vague generalization.
Trying to attach other people in the sentence about the importance of the league when it's only Caitlin Clark. It's not the best player. Asia Wilson's the best player. We're not talking about that. We're talking about all the financial things that Caitlin Clark brings to the league. And it started in the first year, continued, and of course here she was injured most of last year. And now here we are with.
The bit about anonymous accounts with Michael Jordan or SpongeBob profile photos is Williams' own real, colourful way of making a serious point. That a lot of online harassment comes from accounts with zero real credibility, and treating every message with equal weight gives them power they don't deserve.
Move on. Courtney Williams has been letting it be known from the jump. Y'all are doing way too much when it comes to this Caitlin Clark thing. Y'all are hating. Okay, the girl is what is like the most legit player in the league. She's must-see TV. She's pulling up from range that nobody else in the league is. She's a hell of a player. She ain't bothering nobody. She show love. Why are y'all hating? Why are y'all trying to push her out of the league? Why is everybody trying to play victim? It's
her point about the financial stakes of increased visibility. You guys are getting paid millions of dollars now. There's going to be a not-so-positive side to it. Is a real, mature perspective on what comes with the league's growing mainstream attention.
This entire Caitlin Clark racism situation, the racist fans, they are targeting the players. Oh, everybody is a victim. Courtney Williams didn't hold back on the situation, and how the WNBA players should handle this thing going forward. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. That would be greatly appreciated. As always, we got to get right.
Williams pushing back specifically on the idea that Clark or her entire fan base should be broadly labeled racist is worth hearing in full. She's a black WNBA veteran, directly rejecting that blanket framing, which is a genuinely notable, real position from inside the league itself.
Should be going about this thing. Now, Christine Brennan joined Dan Dockich, who we're all not super fond of with some of the things he had to say about Caitlin Clark. But Christine Brennan has been frontline in this Caitlin Clark situation. She wrote a book about how the WNBA wasn't ready for her. She revealed a lot of things that were going on behind the scenes. And she addressed the fact that the WNBA has this nasty hate for Caitlin Clark for no reason. Christine, take it away.
This is what everyone's been waiting for. This is what you thought would never happen. And now.
And here's Williams' actual praise for Clark. She's must-see TV, pulling up from range. Nobody else in the league is. She's a hell of a player. She ain't bothering nobody. She shows love. That's real, generous, on-record credit from a fellow player, not something invented for this video.
NCAA final in basketball, but that happened because of Caitlin Clark, and then the WNBA is completely and utterly unprepared for the moment.
Ridiculous, and that just goes to show, I mean, the joke that this league has been, why it's in the place that it is. You know, they have let all of the hate and jealousy ruin what could have been such a beautiful moment and a beautiful situation for the women's game. Instead of embracing it, they have done everything.
This is where the video shifts to Christine Brennan, and her comments here are real and grounded in her own reporting. She's referencing her actual book, On Her Game, Caitlin Clark and the Revolution in Women's Sports, and her real relationship with Dr. Harry Edwards, the civil rights scholar behind the 1968 Olympics Black Power salute, whom she interviewed for the book.
Final the next night, unbelievable. You and I never thought we would see more people watching the women's than the men's NCAA final in basketball, but that happened because of Caitlin Clark, and then the WNBA is completely and utterly unprepared for the moment.
Ridiculous, and that just goes to show, I mean, the joke that this league has been, why it's in the place that it is. You know, they have let all of the hate and jealousy ruin what could have.
Brennan's description of crowds outside college arenas, Assembly Hall, Welsh Ryan, Maryland's Arena, waiting for hours to see Clark play, is real and well documented from her actual reporting during Clark's rookie season. Not exaggeration for this video.
Handle this thing going forward. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, hype the video. That would be greatly appreciated. As always, we got to get right into things. So Courtney Williams has been one that has not bit her tongue about pretty much anything, okay? And especially when it's come to Caitlin Clark. She's let it be known where she stands in the Caitlin Clark fight, and she's done it outwardly. She has not hidden where she stands or anything like that, and she let it be known what these WNBA players need to be doing and how they need to be addressing Caitlin Clark in this social media rampage that is going.
Here's the part worth hearing most carefully. Brennan explicitly says, "No one has said, I hate her because she's white. No one has said to me, I hate her because she's straight. I've never heard those words." That's an important, precise distinction she's making, and it directly contradicts any framing that she's claiming to have documented literal, spoken racism or homophobia. Her actual argument is about the league's poor preparation and communication, which she does place on Commissioner Kathy Engelbert specifically.
He's, fighting the good fight, a really good person. And he loves Caitlin Clark, Dan. He loves Caitlin Clark, loves watching her play, gets all of the importance of Caitlin Clark. And as he says, the WNBA failed the players. And what he says there, what's important, takeaway from that is you have got a workplace where something unusual is going to happen. So the WNBA has this incredible cultural shift coming. You can see it happening.
The recap of Cheryl Swoop's factual errors about Clark's college career and Diana Taurasi's real reality is coming comment both check out against independent reporting. These are documented moments from Clark's rookie season that Brennan's book discusses at length as examples of dismissive early reactions to her arrival.
old, took 30 shots a game, was on her 5th or 6th COVID year. Lies that then people defended, show swoops lies. Diana Taurasi, instead of saying, hey, welcome, kid, Taurasi's a tough son of a gun, and happy, likes being that way. But instead of that, she's saying reality's coming, kind of quick shit, kick to the shins. You know what I mean? Just kind of like, to Caitlin Clark. I'd hate myself if I did that to a 22-year-old who was coming into my industry. Brianna Stewart, no,